Hello everybody, this is Ben85. Welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 19 Season 2. I want to see if this works. Can I pick them up here? Nope. So I can't pick up the bales like this. I'm actually going to... Oh, I see, you gotta do each individual one. Interesting. That way I guess they keep wrapped up and you don't have to worry about them prior to actually using them. So yes, I'm actually going to sell these because we are going to be making some more silage bales. So I'm not that worried about selling them. But today we're going to be doing some more farm improvement, as well as getting a whole lot of hay baled up. I've got this field cut over here. The thing that I'm most concerned about is this forecast. It's supposed to rain a little bit today, and then tomorrow's supposed to be pretty good. Look at that again. So they show good drying weather. Tomorrow's supposed to be decent drying weather. Since today's going to be the good drying weather, I cut this field over here for hay. We're going to bale that up and keep the hay over here for the cows. And then the field that we bought behind, what is it, the animal and the bale barn over there, that we're going to bale up for silage. I think is going to be the plan. I cannot seem to get a hold of these bales. Lovely. These are really turned dark color, that's for sure. Because we're going to utilize that, at least the bales for now. I think we're going to need silage before we get corn silage of some sort. So I want to utilize the bales before that. And we've got like 4/10, almost half a year left on our cows, which should be plenty of time to make silage bales before they're actually calving. I suppose I should see... Actually, I can't look up. Sorry, buddy. Didn't mean to run you over there. There. Let's see. Can I do that now? Oh, don't touch those bales. Alright, so we've got 11 silage bales here. So we're going to end up with a whole lot of bales stacked here, is the plan. We're just going to sell these guys over here. I don't think there's going to be a certain place that we have to go with these, so hopefully. I don't actually check. I'm assuming this works. I haven't actually sold silage bales. So it's right there. So the bale barn is this one up here by the shop. We're just gonna dump them here. The St. Stephen's bale barn, because I don't really want to drive these all the way over there. But it looks like if we go here, oh, it doesn't actually show a price for that. We're gonna see. I think this might be our best cost-efficient way. I screwed that up, didn't I? Yep. So we're gonna have to wait. And unload here. Yeah, $8,000 for less than half a thing. So it's gonna be a little more than $16,000 per load of silage bales. That's pretty good. There we go. But so here's my worry, and this is what I'm trying to plan ahead of. This field is large. There's a lot of hay here, and if I cut it down today, there'll be plenty of time before the rain to get it done. But if I cut it today, it's gonna dry before I get a decent amount of it changed over into grass bales, and then we got hay bales. and I don't want hay bales. I want grass bales into silage. So looking at the forecast, it's supposed to rain tonight, which should bring the moisture up. I'm hoping that it brings it far enough that it will basically turn them into like the first stage grass where it needs to dry, where you need to tether it in order for it to dry. And if it does that, then we'll be right as rain, because then we just won't tether it and it should dry for us. The other thing I want to do, I need to figure out, I want to empty these out. This is part of what's going on today. I need to figure out where this barley is. I don't think it's at this silo, but we're going to check it anyways. Oh, look at that, our sunflowers are growing. The only thing that hasn't germinated yet is the corn, but it is warm enough now that it will germinate, so I'm not that worried about it. So the corn is officially... Oh, it is here. Sweet. That's all of them emptied. That's what we wanted. There's a reason for this. Let's cover it back up. So what I've been thinking about doing here is upgrading from these, which have a 200,000 unit amount, to this guy, which is 1 million. Besides, it looks good. I don't think there is a Sucope one that's available. So it's 350,000. But here's the cool part. I don't know if we can see it from here, but right over there is one of those silo setups. If you look at our land here, it's right here, farm silo. It's 171,000. That's half the price. We get a field and we get the silos, and it's not far from our farm. So I'm totally cool with where that is. Here's the other thing. If those are emptied, let's see if we can find them. Oh, there they are. We can sell these for almost 160,000. So this one right here. So let's sell it. And then we're gonna sell this one. So now we've got 160,000 of that. So basically, these farm silos are going to be free, and I wanted to consolidate all of them together is what it's coming down to. So I'm going to purchase this. So we now have another field. I think it's a wheat field. We are going to have to run further, obviously, to dump, but if you look here now, we should have, yep, 1 million units of storage. So we more than doubled our capacity, and we basically didn't spend anything. That's what I was talking about with expansion. Plus we get some more sheds and stuff down here. It's got a nice big driveway, it's got a barn. It looks good. I don't know if it's got a dryer. I wanted to look at that. It's a little further this way, so if we're selling stuff at some of the other sell points, it makes sense to have it down here. Oh, it does have the dryer. Okay, so it is that 4 bin setup with the dryer. We've got a nice shop here. We got a barn here so we can keep this stuff here. Why does it say... Oh, there we go. It was in the back, that's why. I was trying to figure out why we couldn't dump, but it's because it was in the wrong bin. And yeah, like I said, we got this field here now, which is growing. So it allows us to cash crop a bit. And if we want to expand off of this, we've got this big chunk of land here, which looks like it would be very doable. We've got this field that's close by. We've got this giant field if we wanted this one, which would be a great cash crop stuff. Or we can just, you know, move along here. And basically that's a big chunk of land too. Build our way along here and just expand out into everything. So we've definitely got some options. I didn't even see that this said FS on it. Nice. Soak up. We got a Brock dryer. Every good grain bin setup needs a dryer. Can we climb the ladder? Oh, I was hoping we could climb to the top of the platform. I believe these are all... Okay, this is a copy of the barn we have at the other farm. But this area should be nice. Ooh, look at this. That's a lot of space for us to utilize. I don't know if we can use this area as a workplace area. I suppose what we should do is, because it would make sense if this is a workshop, because then we could sell our workshop at the other farm and just basically use this as our shop area. We got an office there. This is the same building that's at the oh yeah, there's a roof area up here. It's at the pig barn. So it doesn't look like there's anything that we can utilize here to change stuff. Oh. Lights, camera, action. Does it do all the lights or does it just do this room? Nope, these are none. Here they are. Oh, didn't work. Oh, there we go. Now we're lit up. I think this is just for show. Yeah, they're not actually there. You could put stuff there if you wanted to. Let's shut you down. You don't need to keep running. And then what? We've got office space that we can't actually walk through. This door is not... Oh, there we go. I was gonna say the door's not big enough. It's very sparse. Oh, we're gonna make it. There we go. I suppose that light turns on at night, but what was I doing? Oh yeah, we are waiting. Nope, we don't actually need this tractor. We need this tractor. Waiting for this stuff to dry and turn into hay so we can bale this up. So I'm gonna keep working at that. So it looks like it actually worked out perfect, exactly as I planned it. You can see up there it's considered too wet to harvest, but you can still cut grass, alfalfa. And when you do that, when it's wet, it turns dark green like this, which means that if you want it to dry, you have to tether it. We don't want it to dry, so it's actually going to stay like this. It's perfect. I also thought about it and realized that since it is such a big field, it may be beneficial, instead of making pass after pass after pass, to just rake it together like this with a merger. So make one pass down, kicking it to the right, and then turn around and make a pass coming back the other way, and all of a sudden you got a double row. We're going to get bales much quicker when we're baling it. But that's okay, because then when you come back around and pick the bales up, they should be all in a line much closer together instead of spread all over the place. So I'm hoping it actually, works out and makes this a little bit more efficient. We'll see. I'm thinking about putting the outside 2 rows together too, which we can do in a very similar fashion. But those were done together, or raked together with a center merge. So their spacing is a little bit different, plus you're not making it specifically like I am here. This actually works out perfect. Hopefully our baler can handle this much. I would think it would be able to. But we'll find out when we get there. But it's taken me almost half a day now. Well, I shouldn't say that. 4 hours to cut it all, and now to merge it all, and we haven't even started baling yet. And I think we got to get everything wrapped before it's protected, otherwise it will decay. So efficiency, I feel like, is something we should strive for. So I'm just gonna keep on a trucking here and gathering stuff up. Boy, this sure is a lot of bales to pick up. I couldn't get that hay right there because it deemed that it was not my land. But our goal now is, see, they're just kind of in a long row here. Pretty condensed. So you can just kind of keep driving along and grab them one at a time. We'll have one hay bale here, and the rest will all be grass. And it's 4:30 already. I'm kind of worried about time-wise, whether we can actually get this stuff done before dark, but I guess we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna go around here and collect a whole bunch of bales and see how far we get. I think there's like 3.5 loads, maybe only 3. I guess it won't take us that long to load them up. The part that's going to take a while is going to be getting them all wrapped, but it should go pretty quick, I would think. I'm just going to keep on rolling and hope the bales don't roll away from me. Haha. Well, if you couldn't tell, it is getting very dark. I'm having trouble seeing. I actually went to cab mode because it seemed to be a little easier to see the bales coming up. I think there's another one here. Oh, there's one down there. I missed. Oh, there's 2 here. Well, we're gonna get this one first. Another one here. I think there's like 21 bales out there I counted. So hopefully I can find them all. Okay, we got that one. Oh, there's another one here. Grab that one. Like I said, it is getting dark. These are the very last of the bales. I don't see anything here now. So there should be 2 more out there. Where are they? Oh, right here. Right here's one. And it looks like there was one right down here. There we go. Almost got up on it too fast. So we got 22 of them. That's pretty darn good. Now I still have to put these away, actually. And I've just been driving through here just because it's quicker. As long as I can see where I'm going, I might actually go back out to this view. We're supposed to wrap these still too, which might get interesting. because it's going to be really hard for me to see. So they're packed in bundles of 24, or like rows of 24 here. And this is almost another row right here. So we've got 94 bales, basically. I'm going to put them this way right here. So we'll dump them off. Should push them all off. Hopefully stay piled up. It's easier when they're piled. Nope, it's getting all nuts. Darn it. Yeah, sometimes it does that. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the light on, I think. It should let me see a little bit of what's going on. This guy's gonna have to move. Honestly, I can hardly see anything with this guy. But if we don't wrap these, then they're gonna start spoiling. So we gotta get them wrapped. Our rows are relatively straight, but you can actually push them around. So when I'm all done, I can honestly just push them all. Okay, I'm gonna leave the light on for you. So we can at least bring these, or grab them two at a time. We got a little bit of light work here. It's still really hard to do this in cab, so I'm not gonna do any of the loader work here. Yeah, if we don't get these wrapped, they're gonna deteriorate down to nothing. So the goal generally is try to get one of them to fall off. There we go. And we'll prep, get the next one ready, and we'll just drop them in. I was doing 3 at a time when they were stacked properly. Then you could shake the top one that you're not attached to first, and then you're back down to 2. So it ends up working pretty well. Actually getting pretty decent at the loader work. Telehandlers make a huge difference. That turning radius and everything is just awesome. Oh. The problem is sometimes you can't tell how far you are. And I don't think the darkness helps. And if you get 2 on there, sometimes it clogs the whole thing up and it makes an absolute mess. So, pro tip, don't try to put more than 1 on at once. It shows that you can, but it doesn't end well. Usually the one that gets wrapped is the one behind, and the one in between the already wrapped bales and the one that it's trying to wrap basically makes everything jump all over the place, and it doesn't end well. Sometimes you can use the machine as like a stopper so that only one gets off. But let's see, this will get us to 6. We got 22, so we're almost a third of the way there. So this is what I've been doing, and let's see, 2,200 hours. It's 10 o'clock. That's usually when I end up shutting down for the day completely. So we're right on time for that. This should give us a lot of cash. At least I hope so. It's not so bad if you just drop one off the side like that, although you do have to go and get it, which without bumping the machine sometimes is difficult, other times not too bad. But I think this is going to be where I wrap up this episode. I don't know if we're a little long or a little short or right in the middle. But basically today's been about getting silage bales. Oh, see, it kicked the one on the side over. Decided to wrap that one, which could have been really bad because I almost had this one off on it. We also got rid of our 2 grain bins that we had and bought a little bit more land and got a much bigger grain bin system, which is awesome. We've got, I think, 2 fields that may become mature enough to harvest coming up here in early summer. I don't know if it'll be early summer or midsummer, but it's coming up. We've also got cows that are going to be coming due for calves pretty soon, so we got to watch for that as well. That's just how things kind of go around the farm, and late nights are, as you know, pretty common. If you don't mind just watching me do this, because I'm actually enjoying it, and I'm not actually feeling too bad about talking and doing this at the same time, except for when I completely miss like that. Then I don't feel so smart anymore. So sometimes I'll grab them from the side here as well, depending on how things are lined up. I'm hoping that bale won't be in the way. I can just kind of work my way along here and then pick it up at a later date. I totally dumped that way too soon. No, don't get the machine. And you can push it. If you push the machine around while it's working, it'll get pointed in a direction you don't want it to point, and all of a sudden bad things happen. Get that one too. So really, I guess it really isn't much different than what we're doing already. I guess the one big thing is we still don't have a combine, so yeah, we've got some fields that are going to be coming due here, but we don't have a combine yet to harvest them. That's why I'm kind of doing the silage bales, hoping that we can make some money off of it. And let's see, there's a couple cows that did not calve or don't have calves in them yet, aren't pregnant, so we might end up selling a couple, but then again, they're only worth, what is it, $1,200 a piece, $1,300 a piece, which isn't a lot. Okay, this is the goal. This is to use the machine on that one so it doesn't drop. And drop that one in. And that one it'll take. So we're almost done there. 3 more bales to go. But yeah, we're gonna have to make a little more cash because I think it's close to 500,000 we need. What we can do is we can get the combine and we can get just the one header first. We're gonna need the grain head, and the corn head will come later when we need to do corn and sunflowers. So we'll have to reach over here and grab this guy still, and then we can wrap up what we're doing here. And this silage will take 4 days to do. So we're looking at the end of the middle of May. Pretty much the middle of early summer is where it's going to be. Oh. I don't know if that's going to wrap. Oh, it did. Just kind of messed itself up a little bit there. So we'll unload it, and it should wrap it even though it's kind of messed up. So this guy's all done. I'm gonna shut his lights off, leave him be. So we've got 94 bales there sitting. Shut him off and head home here. So with that, guys, thank you all for watching, and as always, take it easy. Ooh, middle of the night swim.